Beloved, I had to fight through something dark just to speak to you now. I wasn't supposed to reach you tonight, but I couldn't let this moment pass, not after what I saw. I saw someone crying in heaven, crying for you. And they whispered your name with such trembling love, I fell to my knees and asked God to let me come find you just once more. I don't have much time. I'm not speaking to the world. I'm not speaking to many. I'm only speaking to you. There is someone in the light who loves you more than you remember, and they've been trying to reach you for a long time now, but you haven't heard their voice until this message. Please don't look away. Please don't scroll. You may never hear this voice again. God has wrapped it in this moment. If you blink too long, it will vanish. And I am barely holding it together. Because I love you too, and I know what it will do to your heart when you realize who's calling you from the other side of heaven. They've been watching you. They know when your hands tremble at night. They know what you whispered yesterday. And they still remember your smile, the one you forgot you even had. I'm trembling because I saw their face. I saw them walk through golden halls just to find a way to touch this moment, to touch you. They begged me. With eyes filled with light and longing, they said, Michael, if they just hear my voice for 1 second, they will remember me. They will remember love. Beloved, will you remember? Will you let love return like a river that never dried? Will you forgive yourself for forgetting how cherished you are? And will you finally stop pretending you're alone? I need you to listen to me, not as a warrior, not as an angel, but as someone who deeply, honestly, painfully cares. I know you don't hear that much. I know this world has been loud with pain and silence at the same time. But I'm still here. And I brought something with me. A whisper. Their voice. They said something I can barely repeat without trembling. Tell them I'm proud of them. Tell them I've never stopped loving them. Tell them I've been near every time they broke, even when they thought no one saw. That's what they said. Do you understand how holy this is? That voice is moving through this very moment, and only you can hear it. If your heart is open, you'll feel them standing beside you now. I feel heat in my hands, fire in my wings. I feel the atmosphere thinning as time begins to close. I cannot hold this opening for long. Beloved, how long has it been since you looked up and felt heaven was watching you? Not judging you. Not testing you. Just watching over you, gently. With love. With patience. With tears that no one else saw. I saw them. I see you. God saw you last night, lying down but not resting. And he said to me, go. Even if the door is almost shut, even if time is only 20 seconds wide, go and deliver the voice of love. And so I came. Not with thunder. Not with trumpets. But with truth. There is someone calling out your name from the other side of the veil. They've been allowed only one breath through this crack in time. And they chose to say your name. Not their regret. Not their sorrow. Just your name. Again and again. As if your name was a prayer. And now, that prayer is falling into your hands. Don't drop it. Will you let yourself believe that love never ended? Will you hold this moment like the sacred gift it is? Will you let go of the pain long enough to feel their presence? Will you let heaven touch your heart even if it makes you cry? A verse has been burning in my spirit for you. It doesn't need to be quoted, it is living. He surrounds you with mercy like a crown. And another, the night may last long, but joy is already walking towards you. Let them rise in you now, not as ancient words, but as breath being reborn in your chest. If your hands are trembling, it's because their spirit is close. If your eyes are wet, it's because they are closer than you ever dreamed. Say this. With your heart, if you feel it, Amen. I want to tell you something, not as a messenger, but as someone who has watched you from places you don't remember. Thank you. Thank you for surviving what you survived. Thank you for not shutting your heart completely. Thank you for still being here, even if barely. Even if broken. Your presence here now means their voice has finally found its way to you. So. Don't just watch this and leave it like any other message. Let it mark you. Let it melt you. Let it find the parts of you no one knows how to touch. And if it does, if you felt even a single tear trying to break free, please like this message and leave a comment saying what your heart felt, not for me, but for the one who's calling you from the light. They will see it. They are watching. They are waiting. And for a moment, because you didn't skip, heaven became a little more open. Beloved. You're still here. That means something sacred is unfolding. That means you felt it, didn't you? The trembling in your chest, that wasn't fear. That was remembrance. That was eternity brushing its fingertips against your soul. You haven't. Imagine this. You haven't made this up. This is real. You were chosen to see this at the exact moment their voice was released from the vault of heaven. Don't question it. Just let it happen. Let it move through you like wind through fire. You are not alone. You were never alone. The one who is calling you now was sent as a gift of divine timing, because heaven knew today would be the moment you were most fragile, most open, most desperate to hear something beyond this world. And I, Michael, came bearing that flame. Trembling to carry it safely to your heart. Do you know what it cost them to come this close? It's not easy to pierce through time. It's not easy to reach across the veil. But love doesn't care how impossible the road is. Love doesn't care about the laws of time and death and silence. Love breaks through. And that's what is happening right now. Don't blink too long. Don't scroll away too soon. You are standing in a holy place, right in the center of something the earth can't explain. I know you don't think you're ready. I know you think you've missed too many signs or made too many mistakes. But you haven't. You're here. And this message, it was hidden in time for you. They asked me to tell you this. If they hear me, tell them to stop blaming themselves. Tell them I forgave them a long time ago. Tell them I don't want them to carry that weight anymore. I just want them to feel peace. I just want them to know I'm okay. I want them to be okay too. Can you receive that? Can you accept that the one you loved wants your healing now? Can you let peace enter the places where guilt has been living like a shadow? It's not easy to accept love when you've been drowning in questions. I see it in you. I see the pain you hide behind your laughter. I see how you always take care of everyone but leave yourself behind like a forgotten prayer. But not tonight. Tonight, you are the center of the miracle. You are the one the heavens are bending toward. I was not sent to the masses. I was not sent to speak in riddles. I was sent only to you. There is still more to say. The voice you are hearing now is not mine alone, it's woven with the voice of the one who has never stopped loving you. They are not lost. They are not gone. They are watching you through the eyes of light. And their spirit trembles with joy. When you smile. When you sing. When you simply exist. You are not forgotten by heaven, and you never will be. There's something else. They said your name again. Just now. I heard it. And I need to ask you, can you hear them? Close your eyes only for a second and just feel. They are there. Their love is still alive and stronger than it ever was on earth. Do you believe that? Do you believe in the power of what you shared? Then don't throw this moment away. Hold it like a fragile treasure. You were born for moments like this. And this one has been waiting to meet you all your life. You don't have to understand it. You just have to be open. And if even a part of your soul is awakening, if something in you is rising up in quiet wonder, then this is your sign. Heaven is speaking. The veil is thinning. And I am kneeling before you, asking you not to miss this. And beloved, this is hard for me to say, but I must, because I love you too much to stay silent. We need your voice now. If you felt any part of this touch you, if something sacred moved through your spirit, then I ask you, please like this message and comment below with what you felt. Not for attention, not for numbers, but so heaven knows it reached you. So the one who loves you can see your heart respond. And yes, if you feel led, subscribe to this channel. Not because we want another number, but because every time you do, it tells heaven, I'm still listening. I'm still open. And when you're open, the miracles keep finding you. This is your moment. You are the reason this light came, pouring through the dark. Let it stay with you. Let it change something in you. I'll be here, holding the door open for just a little longer. You're still breathing in this moment with me, and that alone is a miracle. You stayed. You didn't scroll away. You allowed your spirit to tremble when heaven touched you, even if it scared you. And that, beloved, is the kind of courage the angels celebrate. I don't have words to explain how rare it is for a soul to remain still when eternity brushes past. Most hearts run. Most eyes close. But you stayed. And now the presence you've been yearning for is drawing closer. Do you feel it? That warmth in your chest, that ache behind your ribs, that's not sadness. That's remembrance. That's the hand over your heart. That's the voice of love whispering through the veil, finally finding you, finally being heard, the one who adores you from above. They are closer now than they've ever been. I can feel the wind of heaven swirling around you. I can see the light resting on your shoulders. You were always meant to receive this. It was never meant to be missed. And now I must say what burns within me. Don't be afraid of the silence. That will come after this. Don't let the enemy of your soul convince you it was just a feeling, just a coincidence. It was not. It was holy. It was carved into time by God Himself for one purpose, to remind you that love does not end when the body fails. Love never dies. And love is speaking now. Beloved, I've fought battles beyond what humans can imagine. I've stood against darkness so ancient it has no name. But the greatest battle I've ever faced is the silence between heaven and earth, the distance that so often blinds the hearts of the chosen. You are one of them. I need you to remember that. You have been marked by something eternal. You have been called by name by someone who still thinks of you as home. That's why this message found you. Not because of algorithms. Not because of chance. But because God Himself ordained this moment to bring you back into remembrance. So, if this moved you, if it cracked something open inside your soul, then I humbly ask, not as a command but as a sacred invitation, please support this message. If your heart was stirred, if your tears became prayers, then help us continue bringing these divine words to the ones still lost in the shadows. You can support our mission by sending a super thanks or by joining our membership, becoming more than a viewer, but part of our spiritual family. And if you feel the divine pull in your heart, join our newsletter through the link in the pinned comment. That way, you will never miss the next moment heaven wants to speak directly to you. We are not building a channel. We are holding open a door between dimensions, and every time you give, every time you stand with us, you help keep that door open for someone else. For someone crying alone in the dark. For someone waiting to hear the voice of love again. For someone like you. And before I let go, before this window of heaven closes, let me look at you one more time with the eyes of eternity and say this from the depth of my spirit: thank you. Thank you for allowing this love to touch you. Thank you for not hiding your tears. Thank you for trusting me, even when you didn't know why. I carry you in my spirit now. I carry your pain, your prayers, your hopes, all of it. And heaven rejoices that you finally heard this call. So I ask you gently, if this truly meant something, if you felt even the breath of heaven in these words, then please like this message and leave a comment below, not for me, but for the one who is watching through the veil, waiting to see your heart respond. Let them know you heard them. Let God know you're awake again. Let love echo back into eternity, and may everything that touched you in this holy moment never leave you again. ***, beloved, it's still open. The moment is still here. You're still breathing in the in-between space where earth and heaven nearly kiss, where the veil is so thin that even I, one bound by realms, can feel your breath, your ache, your longing. You have no idea how rare this is. The space we are in together right now, it is not created by technology. It is not born of time. It is born of tears, of aching prayers that never found the words, of someone above, in a place that no longer knows pain, asking for you by name. You were not forgotten. You were not abandoned. You were fought for. I watched them, yes, the one who loves you, fall to their knees before the throne of God and beg that your heart might be reached one more time. Just once more. They didn't ask for anything else. They didn't ask for heaven's riches or golden crowns. They said, please, let me speak to them. Let me tell them they are still loved. That's all they wanted. And now, by a miracle, I still don't fully understand, their voice is woven into this breath, this light, this very moment. Let it touch you. Let it wrap around you like the memory of their embrace. Let it remind you that some bonds are never broken, even by time, even by silence, even by the distance between worlds. I don't care what you've done. I don't care how many times you've hidden your grief or stuffed it under a smile. You are worthy of this love. You are worthy of this voice. You are worthy of remembering how much you meant, how much you still mean, to someone whose soul remains entangled with yours in the most sacred way. Their spirit hasn't moved on and left you. No, beloved, they've only moved closer. They've seen the nights you cried with your face in a pillow. They've seen the moments you stared at the wall, trying to feel anything. They've seen you in the kitchen, holding back the tears while trying to act normal. And they never judged you. They never turned away. They stayed close. Closer than your breath. Closer than your heartbeat. They were the warmth you didn't understand. They were the sudden calm in your storm. They were the whisper behind your thoughts that said, don't give up. That was them. That has always been them, and I need to tell you something that might break you open in the most sacred way. They haven't stopped believing in you. Not once. Even when you hated yourself. Even when you felt like a disappointment. Even when you screamed at the sky and said, where were you? They were there. They never left. And neither did I. I watched. I waited. I've held back the tides of sorrow from overtaking you, though you never knew it. I've stood over your bed in the hours of 2 a.m., whispering peace when you could not find your way. You are not unloved. You are not forgotten. You are not too far gone. There is something sacred trying to bloom in your heart again. Will you let it? Will you stop hiding behind the mask of being fine and just breathe as someone who still needs love? Because heaven does not send messages like this without reason. You are the reason. You are the reason. Let it undo you. Let the sorrow fall. Let the memories return, not just of them, but of yourself. The real you. The you who believed. The you who danced. The you who dreamed. They remember that version of you, and they are calling it back through this moment. Let them reach you. I am shaking with the weight of this truth. I know you think you're weak, but I've never seen anyone carry such invisible sorrow with such quiet grace. You are stronger than you believe. Not because you don't cry, but because you keep going when it would be easier to disappear. I see that. I honor that. And so does the one in heaven calling out for your heart. You were not created for despair. You were created for light. You were born with a sacred sound in your spirit, and even the angels have listened for it. Even now, it is rising again. I hear it. I hear the rustle of your hope being reborn like dry leaves catching wind. Don't shut it down. Let it rise. Let it be enough that this moment is yours. Not explained. Not understood. Just received, and if the tears come, let them. They are sacred. They are how heaven waters your soul. There are words burning in me, words that were once spoken over you in heaven, long before you were born. Words that still echo in the halls of the unseen. You are chosen. You are not ordinary. You were shaped by divine hands for something the world cannot define. And the pain you felt, though real, is not the end of your story. You are being awakened, beloved. Awakened by the voice of one who still walks in gardens of light, calling out to you through time, through fire, through veils. They are near. I feel them. I feel the atmosphere shift when I speak your name. I feel the air carry the weight of their love like perfume that won't fade. And they said, so tenderly I could barely speak after hearing it, tell them. I never said goodbye. That is why I came. That is why I broke through the silence to speak to you like this. Because someone in heaven refused to stop loving you. And God, in His mercy, allowed me to deliver that message into your hands. Hold it gently. Let it stay. Let it in, beloved. Let it enter you like golden warmth after endless winter. You've been surviving in the cold too long, pretending to be strong for others while no one noticed your own soul was fading. But they noticed. The one who's calling out from heaven, they noticed every moment you fell apart in silence. They were there the night you whispered, I just want to feel them one more time. They were there when you clenched your fists and asked, why? Did you leave me like this? And even though you didn't hear it, they answered. Again and again, they whispered, I never left. You have to understand something sacred, something I was forbidden to speak until now. Grief is not punishment. It is proof that love still lives. And you, my dear one, are overflowing with love. That ache in your chest, it's not weakness. It's your soul still tethered to something eternal. You are not broken. You are bonded. And bonds like this cannot be severed, not even by time, not even by separation, not even by the silence that has haunted you. Love, true love, does not obey the laws of this world. And that love is alive. Tonight, because of you, there is still a part of them living in you. A laughter that once echoed through their chest still waits in your own. A prayer they whispered in their final days still hovers above your head like a crown. A promise they made silently, I'll watch over you, has been fulfilled every day since they crossed over. You are not imagining the shiver down your spine when you speak their name. You are not crazy for talking to them out loud. They hear you. They always have, and I have heard your unspoken questions, too. So let me answer them, not with doctrine, not with riddles, but with trembling truth. Yes, they are at peace. Yes, they know you still love them. Yes, they forgive you for everything you thought you did wrong. And yes, they are proud of you. Even in your mess. Even when you think you failed. Even when you want to quit, you are their miracle. You are their continuation. And you, yes, you are the reason heaven opened this brief window in time so they could whisper through the veil, I still see you. Do you know how many angels had to step aside so this moment could reach you uninterrupted? Do you know how much light had to bend to touch your timeline precisely now, while your heart was still soft enough to hear it? This isn't chance. This is divine choreography. And you are the one we've all been waiting for. I need you to do something for yourself, beloved. Just once, just here, breathe without guarding your heart. Let the tears fall. Let the tension go. Let your soul uncoil like something waking up after centuries of sleep. The one you miss, they are here. Not in form, but in presence. In spirit. In light. And if you reach for them now, not with your hands, but with your heart, you'll feel it. A warmth. A flutter. A knowing. That's them. That's the one who still carries you, even in glory. They don't want you to suffer. They don't want you to stay trapped in the cage of what if. They want you to live. They want you to smile. They want you to dream again, without guilt. Without shame. Without apology. Can you do that? Can you take one sacred step toward healing, not because the pain is gone, but because you are choosing to carry love forward? I saw you today. Before this message found you, I saw you. You were thinking about them again. Maybe even feeling guilty that their face is starting to blur in your memory. But they told me something for you, something I will never forget. Tell them it's okay to forget my face, as long as they remember how I made them feel. And beloved, they made you feel safe. Seen. Loved. That is the memory heaven has engraved into your spirit forever, and it's enough. Do you know what else they said? Tell them I'll be there when they laugh again. That's right. When your joy returns, when that unexpected burst of happiness rises out of nowhere, they will be closer than ever. Not to replace the sorrow, but to remind you, sorrow is not the only thing that survives. Joy does too, and it's coming, even now. It is making its way toward you, even now. This very message is a part of that joy's arrival. You may not feel worthy to receive it. You may believe others deserve this kind of miracle more than you. But God chose you. Not by accident. Not because you earned it. But because He sees what others can't see. He sees the hidden beauty of your survival. He sees the sacredness of your scars. He sees the gentleness you try to hide under your armor. And He says, my child, this moment is yours. So let it be yours. Don't pass it off. Don't scroll in fear. Don't shut it out just because it makes your heart shake. Let it break you open. Let it rebuild something holy inside of you, the one who loves you from heaven. They are standing right beside me now, their hand over their heart, their eyes filled with the light of 1,000 stars. And they are smiling. Smiling because you stayed. Because you listened. Because their voice finally found its way home. And I, Archangel Michael, am here to tell you, the door that opened for this moment, it will close soon. But what it gave you cannot be taken. It is yours. It was always yours. It is the whisper of the eternal, wrapped in the voice of someone who never stopped loving you. And if you are still breathing in this moment, if your heart is still awake, then that means love won. Let it keep winning. Let it live in you again. Let it shine through your eyes. Let it hold you tonight. I am still here, but only for a moment more. I am still here, but only for a moment more, beloved. Time bends in places like this. The veil quivers. My wings are trembling, not from battle, but from the weight of what I'm watching unfold inside your soul. I feel the shift. I feel the breaking. I feel something deep inside you, something long buried, beginning to rise again like light creeping into a long-forgotten room. This is sacred. This is holy ground. And the one who loves you, they are closer now than they've ever been. Not because you begged. Not because you earned it. But because love cannot die. And tonight, love broke through again. I wish I could show you what I see from where I stand. I wish I could let you see your own soul from heaven's perspective. The angels don't look at you and see flaws. They see fire. They see endurance. They see beauty stitched into your being by the very hands of the Almighty. When you walk through your home with the weight of silence pressing against your chest, they see courage. When you laugh with others even though you're still aching inside, they see light. And when you take one breath, just one, with an open heart, like you're doing now, they sing, "Yes, beloved." They sing for you, the one you miss. They've heard the songs. They've stood in the music that rises every time you dare to feel something again. And they cry not tears of sorrow, but of joy. Joy that you've made it this far. Joy that you haven't let go, even when everything in you wanted to. Joy that you stayed alive, not just in body, but in spirit. You've been sleepwalking through grief. I know. I've seen it. The numbness. The pretending. The quiet, slow bleeding of your joy. But right now, yes, right now, your soul is waking. The whisper of that person, the one who adored you beyond comprehension, it's not just near you. It's in you. Woven into your cells. Etched into your memory. Echoing in the chambers of your spirit. You are not carrying them as a burden. You are carrying them as light, and now, that light is awakening. So what do you do next, beloved? What do you do now, with this flood of presence rushing through your chest? You feel. Not with shame. Not with apology. You allow yourself to cry without calling it weakness. You allow yourself to remember without being afraid that remembering will destroy you. You allow yourself to live again without thinking it means you're leaving them behind, because you aren't, you never have. They have walked with you through every season. Through every night you couldn't sleep. Through every conversation where their name trembled on your lips but never left. Through every birthday, every holiday, every mundane Tuesday. They were there. Always. And if you quiet your heart right now, you will feel them again. There's something else I must give you. Something they asked me to tell you before this door closes. Something they couldn't say in life, but they can now, because love has no more limitations. Don't carry my pain. I never wanted that for you. Carry my love. Carry my joy. Carry us forward. They want you to thrive. They want you to build. To create. To find moments of peace that don't feel like betrayal. To smile without guilt. To laugh again with your whole body. To dream dreams that they can visit from heaven's side, because, my beloved soul, the veil may separate realms, but it does not separate love, and though you cannot see their hands, they are resting over your shoulders right now, though you cannot hear their voice aloud, it is whispering beneath the sound of your breath, though you cannot reach out and hold them. They are already holding you. You may not believe this, but heaven itself has stopped to witness this moment. The winds are still. The stars are leaning low. The angelic host is silent. Because the reunion happening now between your soul and the one who loves you is rare. It is sacred. It is powerful. And we all feel it. So stay here with me. A little longer. Don't rush away. Let your soul be still in this holy silence. Let your mind stop trying to explain it. Let your heart, just for now, rest in the fact that you are being loved from across eternity, and that love found a way to reach you through this trembling message. I know you've asked before, where did they go? You wondered if they drifted far, if they became something so distant you'd never feel them again. But no, beloved. They didn't go far. They simply stepped into light. And now that light surrounds you. You're not alone. You've never been alone, even in your worst hour, even when you screamed into the dark and thought no one heard. Someone did. I did. They did. And God did it. That is why this moment exists, because your cry was never forgotten, because your sorrow was never wasted, because your longing was always holy, and now, because you dared to listen, because you opened your heart even a little, this moment has become an answer to your oldest prayer. So hold it. Cherish it. Let it become part of you, and never forget, the one you miss is with you still. In laughter.in, sunlight.in, memory.in, love, and when your time comes to walk through the veil, they will be the first to greet you, arms open, eyes shining, voice echoing with the sound of home. But until then, live. Not half alive, fully live, as if they are cheering for you, because they are, and I, Archangel Michael, will walk beside you unseen, making sure this love never fades. You are held, beloved, you are heard, you are still, deeply, eternally, forever. Love. And that love, beloved, is not a memory, it is a presence. It is breathing even now around you like a soft wind pressing gently against your skin. It is real. It is alive. It is eternal. You are walking through this world with a veil of sorrow wrapped around your shoulders, but heaven sees you differently. You are the one still carrying sacred light through the ashes. You are the one whose name is whispered in the sacred courts, not in shame, but in celebration. And I, Michael, am trembling because I can feel what is coming next for you if you only stay open. If you only let this moment change you, you don't have to perform. You don't have to pretend. You don't need to be spiritual enough or strong enough. You just have to be. Be present. Be honest. Be vulnerable like you are right now. That is all that's ever been needed. The one who loves you from beyond never asked for perfection. They asked for your presence. They longed not to be forgotten, not in pictures, but in feeling. And here you are, beloved, feeling them again. That is the miracle. Do you know how rare this is? Do you know how sacred it is that heaven allowed their love to be felt again through something like this? And still, your heart doesn't know what to do with it. It shakes. It doubts. It trembles with both joy and fear. That's okay. That's holy, too. Even the trembling is sacred. Even the confusion is proof that your soul is trying to hold something too big for words. You are being visited right now, not by ghosts, not by memories, but by presence. Pure, radiant, soul-bound presence. The one who adored you in life now surrounds you in spirit, and that love did not shrink with time. It expanded. It grew wide enough to find you even now. It stretched through silence and sorrow, waiting for you to open again. And now you have. That's why I'm still here. That's why I haven't been called back yet. Because something holy is still unfolding, and heaven is watching with breath held. The one you miss is not gone. Not lost. Not erased. They are restored. And they want you to know, I remember everything. Every laugh. Every word. Every touch. I remember how it felt to be near you, and I carry it with me even now. And they say, oh, beloved, they say it so gently, please. Stop punishing yourself. You did your best. You loved me. You didn't fail. You were my safe place. You still are. Let those words fall over your heart like rain on cracked ground. Let them heal what shame has tried to destroy. You were not too late. You were not too little. You were love, and that was enough. It is still enough. I feel it. The glory is deepening now. Heaven is pouring something over you that you don't have to understand. You just have to receive it. Like oil over the head. Like light through the ribs. You are being anointed with peace, not the kind that denies pain, but the kind that walks hand in hand with it. The kind that says, I can cry and still be okay. I can miss them and still move forward. I can feel broken and still be held, and you are held. By the one you miss. By the angels surrounding you now. By the breath of God resting over this sacred moment like a covering of gold. Beloved, you've spent so long walking with your head down, but I see a crown of remembrance forming above your brow. Every tear you've cried for them has become a jewel. Every whispered "I miss you" has become a thread of light. And now heaven is weaving it all into something that cannot be stolen. A connection that endures beyond time. You are not imagining this, you are not making it up, you are experiencing something that can only happen when love refuses to die. I must tell you, there is more coming for you. There is joy ahead that will feel almost painful at first because you won't believe it belongs to you. But it does. Because joy is your inheritance. Peace is your right. And laughter, yes, even laughter, is being returned to you piece by piece. You may feel tired, exhausted, weary beyond words. I know. But even now, a strength is being given to you that is not your own. It comes from the one whose soul still reaches for you across eternity. It comes from the prayers they prayed for you, prayers that are still active, still ringing out in the divine air. You are walking in the light of their love. And that light has no end. Let me tell you something few have ever heard. God does not waste pain that was born from love. He stores it like perfume. He remembers it. And in His own time, He opens it and pours it back out as healing. That's what this is. This message. This moment. This trembling breath between us, it's part of the perfume being poured over your spirit. Don't resist it. Let it break you, let it remake you, let it remind you of who you are, not just a person who lost someone, but a soul that still carries them. You carry their courage, their tenderness, their dreams, their prayers. You are not just living for them. You are living with them, and they are so proud. You may not hear their voice like thunder. You may not see them in visions. But if you quiet your heart, if you let the wind speak and the light fall, you'll hear it. That echo. That warmth. That sacred truth. I never stopped loving you. And they never will. And they never will, not even when you forget the sound of their voice, not even when the world rushes forward and you begin to fear that your memories are slipping. Because, beloved, their voice was never meant to stay trapped in memory, it was meant to become part of your very soul. That's why you sometimes feel them when you least expect it. That's why a scent, a song, a breeze on your skin can suddenly undo you. That's not coincidence. That's not your imagination. That's them. Reaching. Calling. Loving. Still, they walk with you in silence, but that silence is sacred. Not absence. Not emptiness. Presence. Full of weight and light. Full of remembrance. You think you are alone, but you are not. You were never alone. You were surrounded, covered, carried. You have cried in bathrooms and cars and quiet rooms where no one could see you, and yet they saw you. Every single time. They knelt beside you. I saw it. I saw the one who loves you fall to their knees and whisper over your pain, not with judgment, but with tenderness, please let them feel me. Even just for a second. That's how much they love you. They didn't want heaven's glory if it meant your heart stayed shattered. They wanted you to know, beyond doubt, that their love didn't end at goodbye, and now you do. Now you know, this is more than a message. This is an encounter. You were drawn here by a thread the world cannot see. It wound through your day, through your restlessness, through your quiet ache, until it placed this divine moment in your hands. And when you pressed play, you pressed open on a gate of remembrance that heaven had been waiting to release. This message didn't come to make you grieve again. It came to let you breathe again, because they are not asking you to mourn forever. They are asking you to live with them, for them, through them. Every step you take in courage is their legacy. continuing, every kindness you give is their love multiplied every time you forgive yourself. Their spirit heals a little more, too. You are joined in ways this world can't explain. But heaven understands. Heaven sees it. Heaven celebrates it, and I, Michael, have never delivered a message like this and felt such holiness in the air. It is as if God himself bent low and whispered your name into the stillness, and everything in the universe stopped moving just to listen. Can you feel that weight? That is not heaviness. That is glory. That is the weight of divine love settling on you like a mantle you didn't even know was waiting, and now you're wearing it. Yes. You, the one who doubted they would ever feel again, the one who wondered if healing was a myth, the one who has carried pain in quiet nobility, thinking no one noticed. Heaven noticed. And heaven responded, let me tell you what they see from above. Let me show you the way they talk about you. When your name is spoken in the courts of light, it is not with pity, it is with honor. Look at them, they say. Look at how they still hope. Look at how they still love. Look at how they've survived. And the one who loves you, oh, how they beam. They speak your name as if it were the most beautiful word in existence. They do not remember your flaws. They remember your laughter. They do not dwell on what you didn't say. They hold on to every moment you showed up with love. They do not carry disappointment. They carry devotion. They are not resting far from you. They are closer than your breath. They are watching. They are walking beside you every day. Not bound by the old body, not limited by time, but radiant with the kind of love that cannot fade. And tonight, that love touched you. This moment is not for your mind to understand. It's for your soul to feel. It's for your spirit to remember what the world made you forget, that you are loved beyond words, seen beyond time, carried beyond reason. So let the tears fall. Let the breath come deeper. Let the silence settle around you like a friend instead of a threat. This is not a void. This is not a goodbye, this is a hello. A return. A visitation, and you, beloved, were chosen to receive it, chosen to carry it, chosen to remember. Even if no one else believes, even if no one else understands, you are the one who hears what others cannot. You are the one with a heart tuned to heaven's frequency. You are the one whose pain was never a curse, it was a signal. A beacon that called down light. And that light is still falling. It will not leave you. It will not fade. Even when this message ends, it will still echo. I in your chest. I in your dreams. I in the way you begin to breathe again without guilt. This is your sign, not just that someone loves you from the other side, but that God allowed their voice to break through just for you, that you are not forgotten, that your love story is still unfolding, that your soul is still surrounded, and that the next step you take will not be alone. I, Michael, will be there. And so will they forever. Forever, beloved. That word echoes through realms, through light, through silence, through every breath you take in this moment. Forever is not just about time, it's about connection. It's about the unseen thread that binds two souls beyond the reach of death, beyond the grip of sorrow, beyond the memory of pain. And I, Archangel Michael, tell you now with trembling reverence, this bond between you and the one who loved you so deeply, it was never broken. It was never lost. It was never even truly touched by the world's coldness. It only transformed. That love, it has been waiting for you to notice its new form. Waiting for your soul to be still enough to feel what your eyes could no longer see. And now, because you stayed, because you let yourself linger here in this sacred moment, it has found you again. And something ancient, something sacred, something eternal has awakened in you. I see it. I see the light swirling in your spirit where there was once only the dull ache of loss. I see the color returning to parts of you that had been faded for so long, you forgot they ever held warmth. I see memories no longer burning as pain, but rising now as pillars of strength, woven with gold and tears and laughter. This is what they always wanted for you. Not to forget them. Never that. But to live with them again in a new way, a higher way. Not by clinging to the past, but by carrying them into your future. They are not your chain. They are your wind. They are your wings, and beloved, I must tell you what they are doing even now. They are kneeling before the throne, whispering your name to God, not because you are weak, but because they believe in the greatness that still slumbers inside you. They are asking for blessings, for strength, for moments of unexpected beauty to fall upon you when you least expect it. They are interceding for you not as a spirit lost in memory, but as a soul awakened in glory, now your fiercest advocate in the realm of eternity. Can you feel it? Can you feel the warmth behind your eyes, the pull in your chest, the deep ache that feels like 1,000 sunsets crashing into your ribs? That's not sadness. That's recognition. That's your spirit remembering a voice it's always known. That's heaven touching earth for you. You were never crazy for talking to them when no one else was around. You were never foolish for crying when you heard their favorite song. You were never weak for wishing they could still be here. You were never wrong to love them so deeply. Because that love is real. And it's still here. And it's still theirs. The world may not understand what you carry. It may not see how deep your bond runs. But heaven does. I do. And they do more than anything, and I must tell you something. Now, something they just whispered to me so softly, I had to close my eyes to receive it. Tell them I'm proud of them. Tell them I've watched every step they've taken. Tell them I'm not disappointed, I'm amazed. Tell them I miss their smile. And tell them I'm still smiling because of them. Beloved, these words are not poetry. They are not performance. They are prophecy. They are truth. They are the voice of the one who loved you through their last breath, and now loves you with breathless eternity. So when the world tells you to move on, don't move forward with them. When the pain rises again, don't hide from it. Feel it with them. When you laugh, when you dance, when you love again, don't feel guilty. Celebrate with them, because that's what they want. That's what they ache for. That's what they begged heaven for. Your freedom, not freedom from them. Freedom with them. Freedom to remember without drowning. Freedom to love without fear. Freedom to live with your whole heart again, knowing that love like theirs could never, ever leave. And I feel something else now. A surge in the air. A hush across the heavens. A gathering of angels watching, waiting, kneeling with reverence for what's about to happen inside you. Something is shifting. A healing so ancient it reaches past your childhood. A peace so pure it settles even the voices of shame. A light so strong it does not cast shadows, but reveals them, heals them, transforms them. This, beloved, is your turning point. The sorrow that once consumed you has become the altar where remembrance and glory now meet. The ache that once hollowed you has become the womb of something radiant. You are not the same, you cannot be, because the one who loves you has touched you again. Not in a dream, not in a symbol, but here, now, through every word you've received, through every silence that held you, through every flicker of warmth behind your tears. And as I, Michael, stand in this space trembling with awe, I tell you, heaven is pleased. Heaven is moved, heaven has heard you, and heaven will not forget this moment. Neither will I. Neither will they. You, beloved, are not alone. Not in this moment. Not ever again. You, beloved, are not alone. Not in this moment. Not ever again. That truth is now etched into eternity, not written with ink, but with light. Not carved with hands, but breathed into the air that surrounds you, into the space around your soul where angels gather and tears become sacred oil. And I, Michael, am still here, not because I must be, but because I choose to be. Because something in you is still opening. Something in you is still remembering. And heaven does not walk away when remembrance begins to awaken healing. You were never abandoned, even when silence screamed. You were never forsaken, even when your room felt like a cave of shadows. I saw you sitting on the edge of your bed, unable to speak, unable to cry, unable to move, and still, heaven hovered over you. I stood in the corners of that room while your soul whispered things you thought no one could hear. And the one who loves you, oh, how they leaned in. Their spirit, glowing with unspeakable light, knelt at your feet and said, "Let me stay. Let me stay here with them, even if they don't know I'm near. And they stayed, every single night, even the ones when you cursed the heavens, even the ones when you collapsed in exhaustion and couldn't pray. Even the ones when you told yourself, I'll never feel again. They stayed because they never left, because they were never trying to move on without you. They were waiting for the day your heart would open again, not to the past, but to the truth that they never stopped being yours. And that day is now. Can you feel the weight in the air? That is not sorrow. That is sacred glory. That is the evidence of heaven bending around you. That is the proof that your tears are more than chemistry, they are communication. Your tears speak, beloved. And heaven listens. The voice you thought you lost forever has been speaking all along, in the silence, in the warmth, in the sudden knowing you can't explain. It is real. It is holy. And it is yours. I must speak now of what is coming, for you have opened a doorway not just into memory, but into movement. What was locked is now being loosed. The parts of your heart that once felt like locked doors are now creaking open with the soft groaning of long-awaited healing. It will not come all at once. It will not be loud. But it will be deep. And it will be true. And as healing flows in, their love flows with it. They are walking with you into this next season. They are holding the edges of your days, weaving color back into your skies, whispering laughter into your lungs, pouring quiet courage into your bloodstream. You are not moving forward alone, you are moving with them, and with me, because I am not leaving either. I was assigned to protect you, yes, but now I remain because I have grown to love you. I love the way you keep trying even when you're tired. I love the way your soul speaks with no words, how it glows with longing and unspoken beauty. I love how you carry so much for others and still wonder if anyone sees you well. I see you, heaven sees you, the one you miss. They see you, they see everything. And they are so proud, not proud because you did everything perfectly, proud because you kept going, proud because you let your heart break and didn't shut it off forever, proud because tonight, you finally allowed yourself to receive them again. I see angels gathering near, wrapping around you like soft wind, no wings flapping, no drama, just reverent stillness. They've come to witness what most will never understand, a soul being restored, not by forgetting, but by remembering rightly. You remembered that love didn't end, you remembered that presence never leaves, you remembered that your story isn't over, not even close, and now, beloved, you will begin to see it, not just hear it, not just feel it, but see it, signs, confirmations. Moments when their favorite song comes on just as you were thinking of them, moments when their name shows up unexpectedly, moments when you speak to them and a breeze stirs the air or a light flickers or a sudden warmth washes over your body. Pay attention, these are not coincidences, these are not tricks, these are visitations, these are love manifesting through the veil, and the more you open your heart to it, the more clearly you will feel them again. I know this world tells you to be logical, to dismiss the mystical, to hide the heart. But don't hide this. Don't minimize this. Don't let this sacred moment be smothered by the noise of daily life. Let it become part of you. Let it change how you walk, how you breathe, how you speak to yourself. Let it soften you where you once became hard just to survive. Let it lift you. Where you thought you had settled into permanent sorrow, let it live in you, because this is not the end of something. It is the beginning. You have been given a key tonight, not a key to forget, but a key to unlock joy without guilt. A key to cry without shame. A key to feel them again, not just in memory, but in motion. Every time you show love to someone else, they shine brighter. Every time you smile again, their spirit rejoices. Every time you honor your own life, you are honoring theirs. That's the secret. That's the miracle. That's why this message came for you, because heaven needed you to know you are still chosen, you are still beloved, and you are not walking alone. Even when you feel nothing, they are there. Even when you forget for a while, I will remember for you. Even when it hurts again, we will sit in that pain together, because I am not leaving, and neither are they. Not ever, not in this life, not in the next, not even for a moment. You are loved, beloved, forever, and even beyond. Beloved, I do not speak those words lightly. Eternity is not poetry to me, it is home. It is the air I move through, the weight I carry in every word I speak. When I say that you are loved forever and beyond, I mean that your name has been spoken in chambers where stars are born. Your spirit has been known by the one who carved galaxies. And the one who loves you from beyond this world. They have carried your name like a fire that cannot be extinguished, not even by time, not even by the silence that tried to bury it. I want you to feel what I feel now. I want you to sense what heaven is doing around you as you let this moment grow inside your soul. The air around you, it's holy. The stillness you feel, it's sacred. The warmth rising in your chest, it's them. Yes, them. The one you lost. The one you miss. The one who, at this very moment, is standing behind the veil with their hands pressed over their heart, eyes glistening, whispering through the breath of eternity, they heard me. You heard them, and now something is shifting that cannot be undone. A healing you didn't think possible is beginning. A restoration that feels fragile now will soon be as strong as the roots of the earth, and I must tell you, heaven doesn't allow these moments for many. This isn't entertainment. This isn't content. This is a divine interruption. A sacred breaking open of the sky. A wound in time through which light has been poured directly into you. Why? Because you are loved more than you know, because you are needed more than you believe, because your soul still holds something that must awaken, and the one who watches you from the other side, they came here tonight not just to comfort you, but to remind you of your own beauty. They remember you. Not as you see yourself through pain, but as you truly are, gentle, glorious, strong, radiant with the kind of hope that keeps the stars burning. You, beloved, are more than the pain you carry. You are more than the grief that shaped your silence. You are more than the sorrow you've whispered to no one. You are more than the years you spent pretending you were fine. You are alive. Gloriously, tenderly, miraculously alive, and they see you, and I see you, and heaven sees you, and now, something that was once lost has been found again. The door between you and them, it never really closed. It only faded when you stopped believing it was real. But now you know. Now you've seen. Now you've felt what your heart was always trying to tell you. Their love is still here. Still breathing. Still burning. Still yours. So what happens next? You walk forward, not with a smile that fakes away the pain, not with a strength that denies your tears, but with a heart that knows you are never truly without them. You walk forward carrying their voice like a lantern in the dark. You speak when they would have spoken. You love when they would have loved. You give when they would have given, and every time you do, the veil thins again, and heaven smiles. You don't have to get it right, you don't have to perform, you just have to stay open, because as long as your heart remains open, the miracle can continue. And this message, this moment, this trembling light inside you, it is the miracle. You are the miracle. You are proof that love can endure, that grief does not have to be the final word, that absence does not mean abandonment, that silence can still carry a voice. You are the living evidence that love still rises from the ashes. And I, Michael, declare this over your life with the fire of heaven in my wings. You will love again, you will breathe again, you will smile without guilt, you will sleep with peace, you will wake with purpose, you will remember without falling apart, you will carry joy and sorrow together like twin flames. You will not forget them, but neither will you forget yourself, because they never stopped loving you, and they never will, and I never stopped fighting for you, and I never will. This is the promise that binds us together now. You are not alone, you are not forgotten, you are not too broken, you are not too far gone, you are still part of something sacred, you are still chosen, you are still held, and if you ever begin to doubt it again, come back to this moment, come back to this holy silence, come back to this love. It will be waiting. We will be waiting. I will be waiting forever. And even beyond. And even beyond, beloved, beyond breath, beyond language, beyond all things that die. I have not left you. This message may be spoken with human words, but its source is not human. It is holy. It is heaven's river finding its way into the cracks of your soul that have been parched for too long. And now the water is flowing. Now the presence you feared you lost forever is surrounding you so completely, so silently, so gently, that even your bones are beginning to remember the truth you were never supposed to forget. You are still loved. Yes, I know you've heard those words before, but not like this. Not when the sky itself is listening. Not when the one you miss is leaning forward across realms just to watch your heart receive it. This isn't like before. This isn't another fleeting comfort. This is return. This is reconnect ion. This is eternity reintroducing itself to you in a language deeper than thought. In a light purer than day. In a love stronger than lust. I know you feel it. I know something inside you is stirring. I feel the pressure in your chest, the weight in your throat, the tears hovering without needing permission. Let them fall. Let them flow. Let them break through the silence like rivers through desert. You've held them back for too long. And even if the world never gave you space to feel, I give it to you now. Heaven gives it to you now. This space, this sacred air you breathe in this moment, is yours. You don't have to explain it. You don't have to defend it. Just receive it. Be in it, and while you do, listen closely, closer than you've ever listened before. That whisper you feel behind the stillness, that warm tingle you feel on the back of your neck, that trembling flutter behind your ribs. That's them. They are here. They've been allowed to come closer than ever, because heaven wanted you to know. To feel. To remember. They remember you. They never stopped. Even now, their spirit is touching yours, not with hands, but with presence. Not with sound, but with knowing. They are standing beside you, and I see them looking at you not with sadness, but with awe. Yes, awe, because you have survived so much. You've carried so much without being carried yourself. You've been brave when no one noticed. You've shown up for others when no one showed up for you. You've walked through fire with ashes on your skin and love still burning in your hands. They see that. I see that, and heaven sees that. You, beloved. You are a cathedral of endurance, and I need you to understand something. Your grief never made you weak. It made you deep. It made you capable of love that stretches into other worlds. And not everyone can carry that kind of love. But you can. Because your soul was carved with extra room for the sacred. That's why your sorrow feels bigger than others can understand. Because your love is bigger than most have ever known, and that's why the one who loves you from beyond the veil has chosen to stay near you. They were given the choice, and they chose you. They asked God if they could linger. And God said, yes. Because their soul still needs you. And because your love still has work to do. And what work is that? The work of carrying love through darkness, the work of being light when others lose their way, the work of remembering when others forget, the work of feeling when the world tells you to be numb. And beloved, you are doing it even now. Even if your hands are shaking, even if your heart is broken, even if your voice is quiet, you are doing it. You are keeping the flame alive, and every flicker of that flame sends warmth into heaven. They feel it, they smile because of it, they watch you. Not with sadness, but with pride. You may not know this, but they still talk about you. In the halls of heaven, they speak of your beauty, not your appearance, but your soul. They say, look at how strong they are. Look at how soft they've remained. Look at how they still believe, just a little. That's all I need. Just a little. And God agrees. God sees your flickering belief and treats it like a firework. He doesn't ask for perfection. He delights in the trying. He honors the trembling. Yes, and you, beloved child, you have given him that yes tonight, and because of that, this moment will mark you. It will stay with you.